change of order of integration and evaluate. The problem is integral 0 to b, integral 0 to, this problem is what I did yesterday night. Thus, it's a related question only. A by b root of b square minus y square, b square minus y square, and here it is xy, and here we have dx and dy. This is the problem. It is asking to change of order, and as well as we have to integrate this function, means solution.
Okay.
Given integral is given integral is integral 0 to b, integral 0 to a by b root b square minus y square xy dx dy. Now it is in terms of y. Y means definitely x limits. Okay, so if it is y, then definitely it is the limits of y. It is x means it is definitely y limit.
Yeah.
So depending upon this situation, we draw figure. Here we have to write their limits, then figure draw. Limits of y we should write here first. Limits of y. Limits of y. Y is equal to 0 to y is equal to b on, it's in terms of y means definitely it is lies on y axis. In terms of y means definitely it may be lies on y axis. Now limits of x. Limits of x. X is equal to 0 to x is equal to x is equal to a by b root b square minus y square. It is little complicated limit, so definitely lies on x-axis. So not x-axis is on a strip. On a strip. On strip parallel to y-axis. Y-axis over x-axis. So the expected figure, if you want to draw, let us use another color to draw the figure. This is, of course, coordinate axis. Okay, now ellipse will be like this. This is ellipse. Now limits of y. Limits of y. This is 0 comma b. This is 0 comma x 0 comma minus b. This is of course a comma 0. This is minus a comma 0. So limits of y we have taken on y axis, and for the limits of x there is a strip here, and actually this is our region. This is our region of integration. Now we have to draw a strip. Let us use this color to draw this strip here. Okay, this is the strip.
Sir, a strip should be parallel to x-axis.
Yeah, it is written already here, parallel to x-axis.
Okay.
Function of y-axis will be x is equal to 0, and this is y is equal to 0, of course. And this is in terms of x, it will be x is equal to a by b root of b square minus y square. This is a question only we did. Whatever the data given in our problem, we have written here, and moreover, according to the given data, we drew the figure. Let us go for the solution. Means by change of order of integration, we have to change its direction. It means the limits we have to change, and the strip direction we have to change.
Okay.
And always we have to move the strip in a clockwise direction. Okay, clockwise direction में move करना, anti-clockwise में नहीं. It should be clockwise. And one more verification is, whatever the upper limit is there here, this upper limit, okay, this upper limit. Look at the figure when you have to draw by change of order of integration. Here I am writing.
Okay. Yes, sir.
By our actual solution will be starting from here by changing.
Sir, in this also two diagrams?
Definitely. By changing the order of integration. It may be कर सकते हैं, but you are confused again. Better to draw one more same figure, only the direction of the strip we have to take in a different way.
Change, yeah.
Order of integration. The new limits are, so before that figure again, same way. Coordinate axis, same way ellipse here, same way ellipse here. Same thing, everything will be same. X-axis, y-axis is 0.00. Okay, and this is the region actually. This is the region. This is the region, and this is the strip direction we have to change. It was and it is. देखिए पूरा एक वन वर्ड में अगर आप देखें, इंग्लिश में अगर बोलना चाह रहे हैं आप तो it was and it is. You understand the meaning of it was and it is? Before and after. A comma 0 minus A comma 0. This is 0 comma B. 0 comma minus B. This is 0 comma plus B. 0 comma plus B. So lower part of the strip is this one. Upper part we have to solve the strip. अब देखो new limits लिखेंगे अपन. The new limits are. The new limits are. The new limits are. So before that, x varies. Limits of x. Limits of x. X is equal to 0 to 0. Look at the figure and tell. X is equal to
0 to B.
X is equal to A on x-axis. X k limits, we are talking about x limits.
Yes, sir.
Before that, if you want to see, the earlier it was on in terms of B. We are converting in terms of x.
X.
Yes.
G.
Now, limits of y. Limits of y. Limits of y. Look at the lower limit of the strip is y is equal to 0.
0.
Now, if you are confused for the upper limit, We have our ellipse is what? X square by a square plus y square by b square is equals to 1. If I want to write in terms of y, you know, yesterday night we did one question, the same thing. If I want to make it y as a subject, ऐसा बन जाता y is equals to
y is equals to b by a.
b by a, very good. B by a under root a square minus a square minus x square. Right? On
Yeah.
compulsory you have to mention that on a strip. On a
The on
strip
strip.
parallel to y.
Y-axis.
So therefore we have to finally integrate that function. This part is over, but it is asking to integrate also. Therefore,
Okay.
integral. What the question says that
Then
we
for
have
integration, same question.
yes,
Only
same
limits will
question.
change.
Yes, but before and after we have to write. It was like this,
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Y is equal to 0 to b. वो लिखना ना. Y is equal to 0 to b. Y is equal to 0 to b, and x is equal to 0 to a by b. A by b root of b square minus y square. B square minus
Yeah.
y square xy dx and dy. It's our question. Now by change of order of integration,
Yes, sir.
how the answer will become? Y will be converted to x. अब यहाँ से आपका काम शुरू है. X is equal to 0 to a.
X is equal to 0 to a. Y is equal to 0 to
b by
a
root
under root a square minus
a square minus x square. And here
xy
what?
dx.
xy
dy dx.
Yes, dy dx. और यहाँ पे आपको पता चल जाता, we have to integrate with respect to y first, right?
Yeah.
Because the complicated limit
yes,
is in terms of x, means y limits, means we have to integrate this function with respect to y. X is equal to 0 to a. So there is no need of x, we can pull it out. We have to specify the region. Y is equal to 0 to b by a root of a square minus x square. This is y dy. This is y dy. This is close it, and then dx. What is the integration of y? Integration of
y square by 2.
Yes,
y
square by 2. So we do one thing. We can better to write 1 by 2 here outside first of all. Right? This is 0 to a. This is x. It's already y square. Already I wrote y outside, by 2 outside. So y limits are
0 to b by a root a square minus
b by a root a square minus x square into dx equals to 1 by 2.
Upper limit minus
0 to a x as it is. Upper limit means in place of y, square it. Square it means we are getting like this. b by a square and root cancel.
Square.
A square
minus x square.
Lower limit anyhow 0, so we can just write it dx. Right now? So we can keep it.
Yes, sir.
Multiply these two. B square, A square multiply, and then we can pull some of the term outside. This is equal to 1 by 2. This is of course 0 to a, no need to mention. This is x. This is if I am multiplying this a square cancel. B square minus this value will go this side also. So b square by a square into x square again into dx. In the next step, what I will do? This I want to multiply with this as well as with this.
Multiply by
yes.
Yeah.
So then what is that? 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 into integral 0 to a
b square
x as it is.
b square
X b square minus b square by a
minus
square. Come on, b
x cube.
square by a square x cube
Yeah.
into dx. Into dx. Now,
Dx.
this if you simplify with respect to x, when you integrate, this is becomes 1 by 2. So this is b square is a, as it is. Integration of x is becomes x square by 2.
X square by 2
B square
minus
by a
b
square as
square
it
by
is.
a square
X cube
x power
integration
4 by 4.
x power 4 by 4. Limits are 0 to
0 to
a. Now upper limit minus lower limit.
dx.
This one dx only we did.
Okay.
B square a square by 2
B square by 2.
minus b square a square. X value will be a power
A
4.
power 4
A power 4 can be written as a square into a square by 4.
by
Anyhow,
4.
lower limit is 0.
Cancel.
This one with this cancel.
Cancel.
So
Yeah.
we have 1 by 2 also outside. So multiply a square b square by 2 2s of 4
4
minus a square
b square
b square by
b square
4
by
2s are 8.
8.
So multiply and divide by 2 here. Right now?
Okay.
So multiply is 2 dividing with 2. Then it is convenient to take the LCM. 8 is the LCM, right? 8 is
Yes,
the
sir.
LCM. So what 2
LCM.
a
Yeah.
square b
So
square both a
2
square.
square b square
This is the
b
final
square
answer.
answer. Okay.
This is the problem. You will get it as a
Okay.
long answer. Change of order of
Okay.
integration. It was and it is. It was the limit like this, and we are converting. And when we are
Okay.
integrating, we are getting the answer. This is called change of order
Okay.
of integration.
Order of
You know?
integration.
Yes. So we will go for one more question. Yes.
Yes, sir. One more
Yes.
question.
We will go for one more question.
Yeah.
Did you understand
Yeah.
now how the change of order of integration works here?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So let us do it one more question.
Only we have to change the strips. If it is
Yes.
parallel to x-axis, we have
Yes.
to make it
Definitely.
parallel to y-axis. That's it.
Definitely. Order of
Yeah.
integration means you have to change the direction of the strip. That's it. Do it one more question. Let us do it.
Okay. Okay.
So the question is by change of order of integration by changing the order of integration by changing the order of integration. Evaluate this integral value. We have to evaluate integral 0 to 1, integral 0 to root over 1 minus x square y square dy and dx. This is the problem. So we can start writing the solution. First, the given integral is given integral. Given integral is integral 0 to 1, integral 0 to under root 1 minus x square Here we have y square, and here we have dy, and here we have dx. Now our work will
Yes.
start.
Yeah.
Second limit is in terms of x. Definitely y limits.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
If it is y, then confirmation it is x. Right?
Opposite.
It means the limits of x lies on x-axis, and the limits of y lies on a strip.
Like.
Right
Yeah.
now, so start working on it. Limits of x. Limits of x. X is equal to
0.
0 to
Is equal to 1.
x is equal to 1, and definitely where it is lies on x-axis.
X-axis. Yeah.
Definitely x limit should be in terms of in lies on x-axis only, no? Now limits of y.
Yes.
Limits of y. Y is equal to 0 to
0 square
y is
root
equals
1
to
minus x.
y is equal to 0 means definitely x-axis to under root 1 minus x
X
square,
square.
and it is definitely lies on a strip.
Yes, sir.
On a
No
strip
interchange.
parallel to x-axis. X-axis over, it is y-axis.
Y-axis. Y-axis.
यहाँ पे अगर आपको if you want to see clearly, more clearly, or squaring on both sides, you will get it. Y square is equals to 1 minus x square, and if I am simplifying further, it means that we are getting actually here the circle x square plus y square is equals to 1.
Okay.
1 unit
1.
radius
Yeah.
circle we are getting. So then it is very easy
Yes.
to draw the figure. This is coordinate axis, of course. This is the circle we are taking, right? This is a circle, and this is the positive quadrant.
So,
So
sir, we
this
can
is,
get anything. Circle, ellipse. One more. Is
yes,
only
yes,
two or there are more?
circle, ellipse, triangle, whatever.
Acha,
A
okay.
comma 0. Maximum circle and ellipse, maximum questions.
Okay, sir. Sir.
This is 0 comma, acha, not A. It is not A, it is 1, right? Because it's a circle of radius 1 unit.
Circle. Yeah. Yeah. One from here.
This is 1 comma 0. So this is 0 comma 1.
That will be
This is 0
that
comma
is 0, 0.
0 comma minus 1. No, don't need, actually that part is not required. This is our region of
Only
integration.
that one.
This is region of integration. And there is a strip, limits of x lies on x-axis. And for the limits of y, we have to draw a strip parallel to y-axis. So parallel to y-axis, it will be like this. And the strip limit, lower limit is y is equal to 0. And the upper limit is
Okay.
already given here in the question.
Yeah.
Under root 1 minus x square. This much is given in our question only. Now
Yes, sir.
we have to change the direction of the strip. Means it is parallel to y-axis right now. We have to make it parallel to x-axis. Right?
Okay. Yeah.
Parallel to x-axis, we have to move.
So new limits will be.
Yes, yes, yes. So let us see. By changing the order of integration. By changing the order of integration, new limits are the new limits are the new limits are. So we have to draw this figure again. Same figure,
Yeah.
all about circle only.
But now parallel to x-axis.
Yes, this is the region Okay, now strip we have to draw. Okay, it we have to move on parallel to, देखिए अभी here, yes, it will be like this. अब यहाँ पे अपन इसको क्लॉकवाइज डायरेक्शन में क्यों नहीं करे, अपन लोअर लिमिट जो है ना, लोअर लिमिट क्या होता है, लोअर लिमिट इज ऑलवेज लीस्ट. दिस इज x is equal to 0 and it is what circle. If you simplify, I want to write in terms of x, so then x is equal to definitely root 1 minus y square. No, definitely root 1 minus y square, and here the limits is this is 0 comma 1, 0 comma 1. Okay, this is 1 comma 0. So when I am writing now new limits, तो कैसे लिखते बोलिए, limits of, पहले limits of y करना है. It was given in the question limits of x. Now you have to write first of all constant limits, limits of y. Y is equal to 0 to y is equals to 1. Where it is on
This is on y-axis.
yes, quite opposite. Opposite. X axis है तो y axis. Limits of x.
X is equal to 0.
हाँ बोलिए, x is equal to 0 to
X is equal to 1 minus root 1 minus y square.
yes. So very good. X is equal to 0
On
to
strip parallel to x axis.
yes. Very good. The same thing. The same thing I want to write on strip. आप ऐसा लिखिए,
Parallel to
एक एक point. Definitely you will get the full marks. Parallel to x axis.
x axis. Yes.
This part, new limits we have to take it, and then we have to integrate this function and finish it this question. So therefore the question is given like this. Question कैसा है कि देखना पड़ेगा. 0 to 1, 0 to under
Only
root
y
1
square is there. Only y square divided dx. So we'll write first 0 to 1.
0 to 1 minus
0 to
x square
1 minus y square divide dx.
1 minus y square divide
dx divide. dx divide.
नहीं dy dx है, dy dx. और चेंज तो बाद में करेंगे. This is whatever it is given, we have to write first of all that the blue pen means our work.
Okay.
Now it is, we have to write y is equal to 0 to 1, x is equal to 0 to
1 minus y square.
root of 1 minus y square, root of 1 minus y square, and here function value will be as it is only, but we have to change it. It is dx and it is dy. Now which one we have to integrate first?
X only, no? Complicated difference.
Yes, x with respect to x. So y is equal to 0 to 1. Okay, with respect to x means y square की जरूरत नहीं है. Pulled it out.
Okay.
X is equal to 0 to root 1 minus y square 1 dx. Close it.
Will be like
Dy.
dy.
What is 1 dx?
X.
Of course, 1 dx becomes x. This is equals to y is equal to 0 to 1. This is y square.
Y square.
This is
X.
1 dx is x. And the limits are
0 to 1 minus y.
0 to
root 1 minus.
under 1 minus y square into dy. Now the rule is what? Upper limit minus lower limit. 0 to 1 y square, upper limit minus lower limit, under root 1 minus y square again
root 1 minus y. 0 to we won't write.
into dy. So whenever you will come the situation like this, two functions in a multiple form, we have to convert this into the polar form and integrate. Polar form के लिए rule मैं आपको इससे पहले भी बताया, फिर से एक बात बता दे रहा हूँ. Put अच्छा एक काम करेंगे, यहाँ पे यहाँ नहीं लिखेंगे, नीचे लिख देता हूँ नेक्स्ट पेज में. Put y is equals to yeah, here I'll write it. Put y is equals to r sin theta, but r value radius how much? Radius 1 unit. 1 unit. Put y is equals to r sin theta. R is 1. So r okay, r no need to write. R value anyhow it is 1.
Sin theta.
So sin theta, y is equal to sin theta, and if you differentiate, dy becomes differentiation of sin theta is cos theta into d theta. Right? We have to change the limits also. So when lower limit, if you apply lower limit, in place of y, if you put 0, you will get 0 is equal to sin theta. It means that when it is 0, sin 0 is 0. We did this type of problem before also.
Yeah.
Sin and sin cancel. Theta is equal to 0. Upper limit. When if you put y is equal to 1, 1 means 1 is equals to sin theta. When 1 means we write it as sin pi by 2
Sin
here.
1. Sin pi
Sin
by
pi
2.
by 2 is 1 is equal to sin theta. So it means that sin and sin cancel. Theta is equals to
Theta is equal to pi by 2.
These all values we have to put and then we have to integrate. यहाँ पे रखना है देखिए. This is equals to, now the new limits 0 to pi by 2. Y square becomes sin square theta, and 1 minus under root 1 minus y square means again sin square theta, again sin square theta, and dy value is cos theta
D theta. D
d
theta.
theta.
अच्छा,
So we
cos
know
theta,
that
D
under
theta.
root 1 minus sin square theta is cos square theta, and square and root will be cancelled. 0 to pi by 2. 0 to pi by 2. What we are getting? Sin square theta. So under root 1 minus sin square theta is cos theta, and we have one more cos outside.
Theta.
One more cos outside. So
cos square
cos square theta d theta.
D theta.
So sin power mx into cos power nx formula मालूम है ना?
Yes, sir.
M minus 1.
फॉर्म में करना है.
Yes, m minus 3 means next term will be 0. N minus 1.
0.
N minus 3 next term will be 0. M plus n. M plus n is 4 into m plus n minus 2 means 2. And here both are even number means multiply with pi by 2 also. So finally your answer is pi by 16. Pi by 16 is your answer. That's it.
Okay.
This is end of this problem and end of this class also. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
You have the class now. You can go there. I'll stop and I'll send it to you the
Yes, sir.
recording. Right?
Okay, sir.
Thank you.